welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming my first kind of these videos and I'm going to film a rant. And I'm really excited because when I get really into things, I speak really fast, as you might have noticed. So I'm sorry if you can't keep up with this video, maybe I should like slow it down a little bit. But talking to all the girls at work about this, or a couple of them, and they said that I should do it because it'd be hilarious and it would also maybe help you when you next time go into a retail space and things you might do differently. So I am going to be ranting today about annoying customers and sometimes, yes, it's not your fault, but just customers and things that they think and do and just customers when working in retail. So, firstly, there is no magical computer. Well, not in our store. We are a small store. We don't have a magical computer where if you want your item, you can just simply tell us what it is and we can search it up. If we don't have the physical product in our hand, if we don't know exactly what you're after, how are we supposed to in any way find it, let alone type it into a computer? We can't. I don't even know how you would think we would do that. And if, for example, you do have the product, we still don't have that computer. And also, downstairs, we have a downstairs and it is like a big warehouse. But no, it does not mean that we have a backup of every single product in the store. Really, we might have one or two of half of the stock that is there. So yes, there's a lot down there, but we also have a lot of stock on our floor and we don't have everything down there. Also, this is just gonna kind of be like a continuation. I'm not gonna go like 1, 2. I'm just gonna keep on ranting because I feel like that's what a rant is. Anyway, also, another thing. If there is heaps of stock of what you want out on the floor and there just happens to not be the size that you want, the likelihood of us having more of that is very low because there's so much on the floor that we probably pushed it all out so that it would sell, and clearly that size did sell. And no, we probably don't have it out the back. And when we go out the back and we look out the back and then come back from out the back, wow, and we tell you that we haven't got it, please be kind, because we just went there and looked for it for you. We could have just pretended that we didn't have it, and believe me, some people do that. Sometimes you usually know, so you might tell them, no, I know we don't have that at the back, but then even then they might not believe you. So basically you just have to go out the back anyway so they'll believe you. But then when you have done that and they still don't believe you, or they ask you to get someone else, or I have been working in lingerie for a while now and people come into the fitting room and say, oh, I know it's not your department, but can anyone help me in lingerie? I'm like, no, I can help you, what were you after? And then they ask something, I show them or I give them the answer, it's not the answer they want to hear, and then they ask for someone else. I'm like, well, no, I pretty much am the lingerie person. I know more than a couple of the other girls are now because I've been in there so much. I know where things are. I know what things are. So, sorry, this is the answer that you're gonna get. And sometimes they are so rude that I accidentally be rude and then they get mad at me and I'm like, well, I can't tell you anything more. And odds are, my manager, yes, they know a lot, but they're just gonna tell you exactly what I've told you. Why does it make it any better hearing it from them? Also, another thing. This is kind of just bad luck. It's not really the customer's fault. They're just trying to shop, but it feels like every time we are doing our clothes, which is just when you're tidying the whole area, size ordering everything, yes, we do that. And people just happen to need to look at the exact thing that you've just tidied. And when they walk off, they've completely messed it up. They've knocked things on the floor. When people knock things on the floor right in front of us and they look at us and they walk off, we saw you do that. We know you did that. Please pick it up. It's not that hard. Even if you hang it up wrong on the wrong area, at least you have not just ignorantly walked off when you know you knocked it off and you looked at us. They always seem to make eye contact with us and just like, oh, I've done that. You better fix it just because you work here. Also, I don't know, maybe people don't really still know the rules of the fitting rooms, but I work in the fitting rooms. When you come out, you just bring your clothes out, please. You don't come out and say, oh, I left them all in there. Why? You came from there. Was it that hard to pick it all up? And when I do go in there and there's stuff all over the floor, our floors are clean, yes, but they can get very dusty and dirty because we have a lot of traffic moving through. If you had a really dirty floor, would you just throw your clothes on it? No, it's disgusting. And then what most people will do is they will see all that crap on the floor in the fitting room, so they'll just go to another one. when I'll get some really lovely customers, like fair enough if there's a lot of crap in there, but some customers will just pick it up and bring it out to me and I'll be like, thank you, because you're saving that from getting any dirtier, and I might not have time to be checking the fitting rooms every 5 seconds. They might be busy and full, so I don't have a chance to get in there. And people are just walking in and out, watching all this stuff laying on the floor, getting dirty, stepping on it probably, and they just don't care. It just absolutely blows me away. I can tell from meeting someone and seeing exactly how they behave whether they've ever worked in retail or not, because some people literally just blow me away. Okay, another thing which maybe is not as annoying, but it's still stressful, like if our store closes at 9 o'clock, why in God's name would you come into the fitting room with 50 things at 1 minute to 9? You are not going to have all the time to try that on. You are just going to be that one customer that we have to wait for, and then guaranteed when you come out, you are going to give me a giant mess that I have to tidy up before I go home, and it's probably 9:05 at that point, and you have just, why in God's name would you come in at that point? And if you suddenly realize, oh, you know, we do the 5 minutes to call, oh, they're closing in 5 minutes, maybe I should put all this stuff down and come back tomorrow. Or maybe I should just, oh, I really want this thing, so I'll just quickly try on this one thing, not walk in with 60 things, because that's going to take you a while. And technically when the store is closed, you have to leave. So just because you're hiding in a fitting room trying on clothes doesn't, technically it does mean that you can stay in there, but it's annoying because it's not like all we can do is tell you, sorry, we're closed, but it doesn't mean that you hurry up anymore. You still take your lovely sweet ass time. Also, there is a section called clearance that we have every few months where all this stuff gets reduced, chucked into this massive area, and it's all really cheap, and odds are something that's in that section, there's not many of them left. Hence why they go to clearance, because they're running low and we're just pushing out old stock, bringing in new stuff. So if there's 2 tops, that's lucky if there's 2 of the same thing. But if you bring in a top from clearance and it's like a size 14 and then you ask for another size, the likelihood of me finding one, no. And plus the clearance is all out of order. So I will go through the whole thing looking for that top for you. And then when I come in and tell you that I don't have it, do not be rude to me, because I went through probably like 4 or 5 big rails of clearance just to look for that for you, knowing full well I probably wouldn't find it, and if I did find it, probably not in the size that you wanted. So yeah, when things are on clearance, there's not many of them, so just don't go expecting there to be a 12, 14, 16, 8, 6, 9, 100. No, there's not that many, and the size you got, that's probably all you're gonna get. Go on forever. Probably gonna wrap this up soon, but just another one of the things that really annoy us. When people ask, when is this next shipment coming in? I don't know about really big stores, but I'd actually like to hear from any other Target employees at bigger stores if you actually do have any of the things that I'm saying we don't have. But we don't get a list of this is coming in and this is coming in. We get a giant shipment. We see the label on the box that this one's men's, this one's kids. We sort them into their men's and kids cages, and then when we open them up, it's a complete surprise what's in there. So I'm going to tell you that that product maybe comes in every month or few months, but that's as specific as I can get for you. If you want that pair of underwear in a size 18 and there's a million other sizes but only not a size 18, probably not coming in for a while because we've clearly already got heaps of them. But also, we just randomly get given stuff, so we don't know what's in there. People will come up and be like, you know, do you have any of this out the back in all the boxes or on that cage that you're unpacking? Do you have this? Like, we don't know. We have no idea what is in these boxes until we open them. We get sent complete random stuff. We just have no idea. We could... Seriously, the odds of us getting in a shipment of the exact thing that you want when you want it is very unlikely. Either go to another store, we will call another store for you. We do that, it's fine. But then you offer to call another store for someone and they don't want that. They're like, oh, no, I can't be bothered. It's like, well, if you really wanted it, then you would. And so don't act like it's our fault just because you come to the smallest Target store that probably exists and you expect us to have everything. And that brings me into probably my final point. When people have a catalogue and they point to something and say, where is this? We do not get every single item that every other Target gets. You imagine Chadstone Target is huge. Could you imagine if we got the exact same stock as them? we do not get the same brands, they get bigger brands. We have brands like Danny and Dion Lee, and that's probably it. But other people, they get probably every single thing Target has to offer. We physically cannot hold that much stock, so we just get given what they think will sell the best, sort of in our area. The big man decides all that for us. We have no say in that. And even if something sells really well, it's not necessary that we're gonna get it back in. It's gonna be gone. So yes, everything in the catalogue, no, it is not in our store. A lady did say that maybe a catalogue should be made that has everything that every store has, and yes, that was a good point, but sorry, I can't change that. I can't make a new catalogue, and she was really rude about it, and I was like, you know what? No, I don't make the catalogue. It specifically says at the bottom, all stores may not hold this stock. It lets you know, it tells you everything. Just, it's your fault that you don't read. Yes, it's fine print, but people should know this day and age that there is fine print. That's a thing, and that it will usually, there will be hidden things in the fine print. So just read it, because it's only like one sentence. It just says terms and conditions apply, things may not be at all stores. Something like that. It's quite basic and quite simple. So please just read and just realize that we cannot hold all the stock that a store 3 times our size can hold. So if you want something really badly, maybe call up before you come in. You can do that too. You can look online. Also, okay, this is my final point. We do not stock everything that is on the online store as well. You will find that if you look online, there will actually be something that says online only. So do not come into our store or even call our store and ask if we have it when you are looking at the screen that says online only. You know that. I mean, maybe you can't read and you've missed it, but I'm sure it's a big circle that says it. And also, then if you are calling our store, then we say we don't have it, then we don't have it because we are a small store. I would love to know if anyone can relate to this. I am going to post this in my Target group for the girls to read, because I'm sure they can relate to all of this. Pretty much, just next time you go to do something and you're in a retail space, just sort of think about it and think about what other people are doing for you. Yes, we're getting paid, and yes, it's our job, but we're doing our best, and sometimes people just think that there is so much more that we can do. Well, not really. We don't have the world. We work with what we've got, and if it's not good enough for you, then please just don't be rude about it. If we give you an answer that you're not happy with, just accept it, because that's the answer. We tell it like it is. We try to be as nice as possible. Sometimes we've had customers like this all day, so maybe we're a bit rude, but maybe think about that as well. We consider that you may have had a bad day, so maybe you consider that we have had a bad day, and you know, things will just get a little bit better. And maybe get yourself a job in retail so you can experience this all for yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Thanks for watching, guys. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed ranting. I hope I didn't talk too fast, and I hope this doesn't offend anyone, but it's not meant to offend you. It's just meant to sort of open your eyes to what's actually happening, and maybe next time you'll change your ways because of one little thing that I've said, and maybe this will open your eyes and you'll be like, oh crap, never thought of that. So yeah, just a little insight. Probably most small stores would experience all of this as well. So think about people next time before you're about to do something rude and really douchey. And subscribe if you enjoyed this rant, and if you want me to do more rants, let me know, because this was fun and I have a few things I could rant about. Hope you enjoyed this video, and that's all from me for today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!